All right, so there's PPI today at 7:30. I'm logging in a bit early. Um, One thing I want to know, first of all, we've kind of crashed from yesterday when we were all the way, all the way up. Where are we? All the way up there. Yeah, yeah. And now we're all the way down here. So, um, one thing I wanted to, yeah, that's what I wanted to know is that we're trading in the, what are we, 19,000s. So you look at these candles and you're like, maybe that's a couple, maybe 30 ticks. Absolutely not. This one candle right here, this red one, is like 100 ticks in this one candle. Our typical range is, somewhere around 300 ticks, which is the equivalent of mm, probably just the last couple of candles, right? This candle is a typical range. So because we're trading at such high volume and there's a lot of volatility, right? If you notice, watch what's going on over here. We're not just getting clean, a brick movement, a brick movement. We're getting like multiple bricks at a time. Um, so you get two green bricks just printed in the same second. Another one 3 seconds later. Like all of this. So I was trying to scroll back and I'm like, so within the last, mm, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just go back the last 6 minutes. Not even 6 minutes. This is what, 14? What is it? 18? Okay, last 4 minutes is all of this. Is just the last 4 minutes. And if you look at this, all of this up and down and all of that is just the last what is this, the last 10 minutes is all of this mess. So we're, look at that, we've just ran all the way up here. So on a day like this, I'm not expecting any clean entries. That's why I feel like that's what this is for, because on days where you're getting all this nonsense and all of that, you could easily cut out the middleman or cut out all of the noise, because the 10 tick is giving the most noise. So I don't know. We're just gonna uh monitor and because next week, look at that, just all the way down. Next week we're gonna be on an actual account because I will have paid rent and I will be more comfortable buying an account. So it's not that I technically can't, it's that, does it really make a whole lot of sense to? No. So there's that. I'm eating like this trail mix and it has raisins in it, and I'm like paranoid because the last time I ate a trail mix, this same time too, I dropped a raisin. I picked it up right away, so I was like, dog can't have it. But then I didn't throw it away. I just put it on like the windowsill because I was like working. And I was like, okay, I'll just throw it on the windowsill. I'll pick it, I'll throw it away later. Well, I never did. Time went on. The dog never noticed. Pup never noticed. And then one day, he's playing. He looks over at the windowsill and he just jumps off the bed, runs over, jumps up and grabs it. And I'm just like, oh no. And it was bad because the previous day, like literally the previous day, I saw it and I was like, oh, remember to throw that away. And then I was like, Yeah, I'll do that in a second. Never did. And yeah, I ended up having to spend like, was it $400? Yeah, at the vet. So I need to get peroxide. That's what I need to do. Because basically that's all they did was give him peroxide. He threw it up. But I had to pay $400 for that. I could just go buy a bottle of peroxide. Because he's always eating things he shouldn't. But yeah, I'm paranoid when I'm ever eating my trail mix, making sure I don't drop anything. Because he's like a vacuum and he's an opportunistic eater. He'll eat anything that falls simply because it fell. There's no logic to it. Once yesterday he picked up a napkin. No reason. And he starts to try to eat it, and then he realizes it's not food, but he doesn't want to give it up because he's stubborn that way. So he just holds on to it in his mouth because he's like, I'm not gonna give it to you. I know it's not food. I can't eat it, but you're not gonna get it. So yeah, that's what I got to deal with. Got 7 minutes. I'm surprised. Like, look at that. It looks like a little candle, right? It does, but then it's all of this. Because that's all of this. Let's go where this candle starts. It's not even done, but it starts here somewhere. 232 ticks. In this little candle, 230, it's probably still going. It's still going. That's a typical range if I actually zoomed into what I would normally do. 200 in a candle. RSI just crossed. Oh, this was RSI. There was really no entry. It was 1 second. Anyways. Yeah, I had to reset my account because I got stuck in a trade and look at that. Just running all around. This candle hasn't even closed. It has 5 seconds to do so. 3, 2, 1. Closed. Okay, so now you'd be looking for a buy. But it's all too fast. Like it was almost a buy and then it just said nope and it kept going. And then you would want to buy there, but there was no way to enter that. Like I'm over here hovering over the buy button. I couldn't have entered that. I think when the volume is like this high and a single candle is 200 ticks, you can't really trade. Not the way you want to. This is a mess. So then you wait for this next one to close. You have 20 seconds. So you got 9, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now you're looking for buys, but it was already buying. You want to look for a sell. That should have been a sell, but it wasn't for some odd reason. Like it should have printed the sell break and it didn't. There it goes, maybe. There it goes. See, and if you bought, it's too late. Like it's literally okay. Well, it still went up, but it was almost too late. Like What? Now it comes all the way back down. Yikes. How am I? See, 97 ticks in seconds. Seconds. Um, there's a past Apex account right there, but the problem is, like, would I realistically enter all the way up here? Probably not, because then my stop loss is terrible. I was never really down though, but stop loss horrible, but it still went. Um, and I don't know if this is one you can hold, but it more speaks to the volatility. There's too much volatility. Where's this? Okay. Anyways, it's case notes day today. I got some pulled pork yesterday, so I want to go to the store, grab some some barbecue sauce, grab some Hawaiian rolls or something, and have like a yeah, grab some barbecue sauce and some rolls, and then I also need to get pup food. I always forget. I go to the store, I say I need to get pup food. I go there, I don't get him food, then I have to go back to the store every time. Anyways, 嗯 we have 1 minute until our 7:30 opens, and then we are 18 seconds. I want to see what travesties have befallen us. And 10 seconds, and then I'm getting to my case notes. 2, 1, and nothing. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Cool. Yeah, there's too much volume. I wouldn't want to be trading this much volatility. It's too much. It's too much at this point. Um yeah, back all the way down almost to the five, we're up near the 5,000s, the 50s. We were all the way up here in the yeah, we were all the way up here near the nine. I thought we were gonna hit 6 soon, but we dropped all the way down. It's all the profit taking. Everybody's in profit, from it running up so high. This one just closed. It closed. Yikes. Close that out. Yeah, I guess I could have held that for a second, but still, look at that. Just seconds. And how much was that in literally seconds? And I got out real quick too. Order history, balance history, 1500 in literally like a split second. I don't even know how long that was. This candle closed 13 seconds. This one closed at 16 seconds, 3 seconds, a 3 second trade, and it's still going. Exactly. Um, this is the kind where either you get in on the right side of history and you're golden, or you get it on the wrong side and you're screwed. But either way, so yeah. Anyways, um, yeah. What was I saying? I don't remember. Again, if that was your trading day, trading after 7:30, that's your one and done trade right there. One and done. Um, for the RSI, I'm not gonna turn on my sound because I don't want to be getting alerted every time we bump down here again. So I'm just going to leave this sit, and then I will be back on at like in about I'll be back in an hour. Because I gotta take my screenshots, etc. But yeah, so where are we? Yeah, so I'm gonna go get back to work and I'll see you in probably about 50 minutes. Duh, I'm wrapped in a jacket. What temperature is it in here? Says it's 70, but I don't think so. Anyways, here I am to draw out our levels. Even though it looks small, it's not. So where was 730? Was right there. Okay, where's my that? So the low is probably this one at 5. So 18.3. 18 point, well, we'll stop at 18.6. We'll fix this. 1 second. Gosh, why does everything seem so small? Maybe that's why. Okay. Let's fix this. And oh, was that the open? 3. Okay. Oh, one says 19. What the heck? My bad. Okay. Last but not least, our high is 15.6. This is close enough at 15.5. Okay. So there's your range. You want to guess how big this range is? I'm going to say 500. And I'm just throwing out random numbers. 500. Dang it, I'm off by like almost 500. So we got 971 is our range. Crazy. And again, we're in the 18,000s. There's just too much volatility. So was it 971? Oh, we're already at the top. Okay, so we're breaking. Maybe this will be fast. I don't know. So we have a minute to see where this closes. All right, we got 15 seconds for this to close. It looks promising. Once we close, then we can start looking for a pullback. As long as we stay. Okay, so there's your close. I'll be looking for a pullback after this push. Okay, let's make this a little bigger so we can see it. Looking for a pullback. All right, there's your pullback. There's your entry. it did not put me in. Of course it didn't. Anyways, that was annoying, but it still was fine. I don't know why. Something wrong with trading views. Oh, now I'm in. What? Okay, that's really annoying because you could have gotten out, but whatever. I don't know why it does this to me. I don't know why TradingView has such an issue with paper trading. Like, what the actual heck? Okay, it took like 5 decades just to take me out of that trade. Okay, so there's your entry, there's your exit right off the open. And let me just mark that. This is good. I don't have to sit here all day. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. See, that was beautiful. Let's see. Why? Oh, look at that. It's a tiny circle when you compare the entire move. Absolutely minuscule. Okay, so yeah, TradingView is not my friend right now. Not my friend. Okay, so immediate break right off the open. Basically, within the first few candles of the open, we got an immediate break, we got a retest, and we're still pushing. So, oh, also to note, we are overbought. So some sells could be happening. So for example, here was one. So we were overbought at the 33. So you would have sold here briefly for a couple of seconds. And then we're overbought on the 34. So you would have sold here. This would be your sell right here. Boom. Anyways, my thing is, yeah, so RSI would have worked just as well. Um, Let me do my screenshots and then I will be done because I do not want to sit here on a Friday. I just finished all my case notes. I need to put it all together into my kind of a report of sorts. All right, let's see. What? Let me just write out what happened. We'll say break and retest right within first few minutes of open. RSI open. So right back into range. So yeah, those were two, or could have been if you were trading RSI, which I wouldn't recommend during this time, but this one, beautiful. So we're just gonna, I need to screenshot this and then screenshot this. And then we will be done. Download image. Okay, now let's go here. Yes, I know music today. Didn't have time to set it up. See, these are good days when you can just get in, get out, and be done instead of waiting for like 30 minutes for a setup. Although waiting is good, but one thing I want to look at is if we get a setup within the first, 5 to 10 minutes, is that going to be more likely to continue? Because there are definitely higher probability, also A plus setups, and that's what the whole point of taking all these screenshots and all this stuff is to try to identify what is an A plus setup, what setup has the highest probability. A break, retest, and go. Not the setup's the same, but under what context, right? Under the context of market, news, no news. Break within the first 10 to 15 minutes, or break within the first, break after an hour, or pullbacks that are this many breaks, pullbacks that are this many breaks, CVD at this level or CVD at this level, you know, all-time highs, trading in a range, all these things. And there's other things I could look at, but I'm only focusing on a certain subset because if you start trying to focus on all this stuff, there's just too much information. You're going to be overloading yourself with all of this information. We have made it through basically, whoa, not new. I always do that. We've gone through the entire month of January. Can you believe it? 1 month is basically done because there was no trading on, well, I guess there was on Thursday, but I didn't track Thursday. But since the 2nd to the now 30th, we have traded every single day. We've been on every single day. We've screenshotted every single day. I don't think I missed a day. I really don't think I missed a day the entire time. Let's see. It's Friday. Now that is some consistency. I don't think every time I've always missed days and stuff. Coming in the morning, I've never missed a day, and I've had work on some of these, well, all of these days. I've had work, but I was always able to sit down, watch it, take a screenshot every single time. So, and there were some times where I was busy, but still very, see, here you go. We come back into the range. We never closed inside the range, though. So I don't think any of these would count, except for maybe that one kind of closed inside the range, but not really. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. We're just kind of chopping around this level now. As you can clearly see, we're just kind of bouncing around. You don't want to trade that. Why would you want to trade that? I don't want to trade that. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna get back to work, case notes. Yeah, I'm just gonna get back to getting work done today. And goodness, what else do I have to do? I don't know. Um, mm, where's my sticky notes? Oh yeah, here's my sticky notes. I kind of stopped taking extra notes. I don't know why. It was more stuff to write down. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to get back to work. I have to go to the store at some point, probably after I'm done with work. Um, but yeah, this this is what I like. Come in less than 10 minutes and you're done. It's too easy. It's too easy. I've decided that once I am able to quit my job and trade full time, me and Pup are going to like a dog. It's like a camp. You know how like kids go to camp in the summer? It's like a weekend camp, like 4 days, like a long weekend. Um, you go, you take your dog, and it's kind of just like a camp. They get to play and do all this stuff, but like you're there with them, and they get to do agility training, and there's canoes and hiking and all this stuff. I think it'd be fun. I think I want Pup to get a little bit older, like when he's 2. Um, and also I want to be, good at trading to where I don't have to take time off of work because we'd have to drive. The one I'm looking at going to is probably in like upstate New York or something like that. Either New York, I think there's Massachusetts or Vermont, and then I think there's like Georgia. I think there's an Illinois one, which is kind of close to where I've been before by the Wisconsin Dells, but it's more north. Anyways, and I think it's in Illinois, not Wisconsin, but it's like on a border. I don't know, but I want to do that with him. Cause yeah, I don't know. I think of open season. You know how they have Pet Paradiso, where you can just you and your dog can just go and chill at our luxury resort, and the dogs play and the people just kind of chill. I want to do something like that because Pupsy's a very social dog. He's not aggressive, not like he used to be when he wasn't neutered and he was kind of off the charts. Like I couldn't take him anywhere. Um, yeah, I couldn't take him anywhere. It was sad. Um, but now it's like I can take him everywhere, and I do take him everywhere with me. So, um, his favorite thing is to go to PetSmart. We get in the car, we drive. The second he sees the sign, he knows. The second he sees the sign, he gets so happy because every time we go to PetSmart, he goes inside, he runs around, he gets to pick out a bone. Well, technically, I pick out the bone. I pretend that he's picking it out. I'll be like, Pup, which one do you want? I'll hold 2 up and he'll be like, I don't care. Anyone, there's too many smells. And then he runs off. Well, he's on a leash, obviously, but yeah, he has fun going to PetSmart. So I don't know. I just want to take him more places. So one of my goals with trading is I want to be able to, you know, be self-sufficient, sustaining on just trading alone. I don't want to have to work another job because the second I don't have to work another job, me and Papa are we're out of here. Not leaving, but I wanna go up north. I've traveled back and forth to Idaho. We've always gone to Idaho. I'd love to go through like the Blue Ridge Mountains and all, not in the winter, but in the summer. I would love to like go up north or out east and stuff and just chill with the little pup. So yeah, that's one of my goals for trading is I want to be able to have more free time to do stuff, and then maybe be able to get him a babysitter, that like an in-home babysitter, and then I can leave and go do stuff. I would never take him to a boarding place. Like, what? It's just a bunch of dogs in cages barking. They get played with a little bit. It's basically like an animal shelter, but the people are coming back. No, it's like a low scale prison for dogs. I would never take him to a boarding place. Um, yeah, never. He would get an in-home sitter. But yeah, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to go places and do things and have an in-home sitter. So, he's not he's not getting put somewhere. He's just chilling at home with somebody else, and I get to go, I'd love to do not missions trips per se, but like volunteer work. I always wanted to do that, especially when I got back from Germany. I found a company that did that stuff, but I no, but then COVID happened. Everything got shut down and closed off, and then I started working, and then there just never was any time or money. Um, so yeah, um, good things are coming. Good things are coming. And next week we'll be budgeting so that we can get a trading account, and we'll set up a plan for that. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm I'm excited. Okay. And that is all, folks. I think.